Hi, this is a very quick video of the setup of the Ashlar Medical rediCADDY system. What we have here is the computer on top. We've got our infusion pump sitting down right below it on the stand, and down on the ground we've got our Uroflow system. Right up here on the side table is our Ready port, which connects our catheters and our EMG electrodes. I'm going to go ahead and activate the software. When I click on this, it's going to be password protected to make it HIPAA compliant. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my password. And I will hit enter, and it will take me to the main screen. On this main screen, we can do a number of different items. We've got scheduled appointments for new patients. We have appointment search for patients we've already put in the system. Report search, exam interpretation, questionnaire, default data, sync appointments, and exit. First thing I want to do is I'm going to go right up and schedule appointments. When I do this, there's a number of different items which are required. Anything with an asterisk after it is going to be required. So I'm going to go first name, tab, last name, tab, date of birth, 5/8/1977. I'm going to tab down. It's going to ask me for the gender. This will be a male patient we are running today. I'm going to leave it in a scheduled format. Facility, we're just going to use a test facility. Physician information is required, so this will be Dr. Smith. Then I'm going to go over here and select the studies that I want to run. So I would like to run a complex Uroflow and also a complex CMG. But if you look on here, there's a number of different combination of studies we can run. We can run complex CMG with urethral pressure profiles, Valsalva leak point pressures. We can run all kinds of different studies. I'm going to go ahead and add on an EMG, or that's intra-abdominal. I'm going to add on an EMG to this study, and I'm going to hit Start Test. As I hit Start Test, the system will automatically start to connect to the Uroflow down the bottom here for our standalone Uroflow to begin with. And if we look up here at the screen itself, it's already connected, and if there's a question whether anything is connected or not, I can come down here to the devices part, and we can see that it says devices are okay. But if I click on that, it will tell me that the Uroflow is connected, and I've got approximately 2,500 minutes worth of battery life on it. It's going to tell me right now that my fill and my port are not connected, as we are not running the CMG at this time. I'll hit Done, and we can start up the study itself. So as I put a little bit of pressure on the Uroflow scale, so the patient walks in and starts to void, the software will automatically pick it up and start recording the study. The default on this one, which I haven't changed, is at 45 seconds. So this is really good for male patients who come in, are voiding, and think they're done, then all of a sudden they have to void a little bit more. So we're going to continue to record for another 45 seconds after the equipment picks up the void. What I can do to expedite this, I'm going to go ahead and hit Stop Exam, and we will see another screen pop up here, and it's going to be a normal flow rate for the patient. So he was in a sitting position. I don't know what his PVR is right now. I'm going to say it's 9 just because I have to put something in that. And then we're going to save the study. It will tell me the study has been saved. The next screen that pops up will start connecting into the fill, the port, and the flow again. When this happens, you will notice, like on the fill here, or on the port, that both lights are green. This tells me that the Bluetooth is connected and I'm running on battery power and my batteries are good. Same thing on here, and the same thing on the flow. So at this point, this allows us to get our catheters in place, and these are our catheter kits. Included in our catheter kits are transducers. We've got our catheters themselves. We have an abdominal catheter and a bladder catheter. We have pump tubing in this one right here, but for future reference, we have taken the pump tubing out. And for our purposes today, I'm not hooking up pump tubing into our fill system, but it will go into the side of the pump. And I also have EMG electrodes right here, which for our purposes today, I'm not hooking up. So at this point, the exam is paused. This allows us to get our catheters in place and everything ready to go. If we get everything ready to go, we can have the patient give us a cough. We can take a look at any type of the component without actually recording it. And we'll see some different numbers popping up here. Once that happens and we have everything in place, we can hit Start Exam. As we hit Start Exam, we actually start to record. And since I don't have any catheters hooked up for this, we're not going to actually see any functional pressures over here. But at this point, we can hit what our baseline is and it's going to record it. We can start with our infusion system. We can start the pump and this will start to infuse and the pump will start to run. Now the pump will not record anything because I do not have a fluid bag hanging on this. Momentarily the pump will stop and tell me that there's no fluid going through. It's doing its best, but it's not sensing any change in pressure. So there the pump stopped. We can continue on with a normal study at this time. When we get to capacity, we can mark, and again, these event markers we can configure to whatever the needs are, and really the same thing with the graphs themselves. As we get to the end of our study, we can hit Stop Exam, and another screen will pop up. It's going to ask me to input some information about the study itself. We had the abdominal catheter rectally placed. The patient did not leak. We had the patient in a semi-recumbent position. What's the PVR? It's not required on this one, but we can do a calculated PVR or we could actually drain the bladder. I'm going to hit Save. We'll hit Continue Study. It's going to tell me that the exam has been saved and it's going to exit. It's going to ask you, is the study complete? And it's going to ask you this a couple times. Yes. Are you sure the study is complete? Because what's happening now is it's putting these studies into a PDF format. Reports have been completed, study is done. I'll hit OK. It will tell me that it's done. If I come right up here to Report Search and I click on today's date to find it, so we have Mr. T right here, 9/15. I can look at his Euroflow. It's going to come up in a PDF format, which can be printed or slide this PDF file into the EMR system. And if I look right over here, I can look at the CMG detail. I can come down, look at the graphs themselves. Second page, third page is going to give me my event markers and just a very quick summary of what occurred during the study. This is the Ashlar rediCADDY system, a very nice, easy to use system in a very configurable format. Also, the big thing with this system too is everything you see here will fit in this hard case over here to make it very portable, very powerful, and very configurable.